So if you don't mind, just for 30 minutes, I don't want to give up your operations work, okay? So maybe one of you can keep an eye on operations, the remaining if you keep an eye on me, because from here, if you look at it from here right now, everyone's looking down and I'm talking to whom I don't know. So if you can just maybe allocate among yourselves who's going to actually keep an eye on active operations, and the remaining if you can shut down your laptop, meaning close the lid of your laptop, I'll be very grateful, because 30 minutes I'll finish. All right. So very quickly, what we want to do over the next few years. So firstly, I want to start off with Larry Quinlan. We all know Larry Quinlan is our... Okay, first of all, you need to keep the session interactive. It's night 9:30, and I don't want to sleep. I don't want to make you sleep before the rest of the evening. Aaj pura raat to baki hai aapke liye. So who's a CIO? Who's our global CIO? Larry Quinlan. All right. So Larry Quinlan, once in a year, he comes up with the overall strategy for the rest of the year. 12 months ke liye, he comes up with a strategy, and this year's strategy is very simply this: change our course. Change our course. Now, one of the things I asked the team in the morning shift yesterday when I did the AHM, what do we mean by change our course? Any answers? What do we mean by change our course?
Change the way we proceed.
Change the way we proceed. Very good answer. Any other suggestions? Doing the same thing differently. Very nice. Do it in an innovative way. Dare to be different. Change our course. So the question really begs us, what is it not? Changing our course, what is not changing our course? All the answers you gave me so far are correct. One of the things I want to highlight is, it does not mean that our earlier course was wrong. Correct? Put up and we had to go to Abbott's, but somehow we landed in high-tech city, so earlier course is wrong, let's change direction. No. Earlier course served its work for that particular season, right? That last year ke liye, jo bhi goals and vision tha, it served that purpose. So this year ke liye, we have to change our course to do something different. Now another thing, what is changing our course not? Just because our last year was good, and we were not on the wrong course last year, does not mean we continue in the right course of last year ka course. Are you getting that?
Same old thing.
Does not mean we stay on the old course just because the old course was not wrong. That means, TK, the old course was not wrong, but we need to change our course for something, this is what I like really, something better, higher and more rewarding. Something better, higher and more rewarding. Many of us are really addicted not to smoking, drinking, drugs or whatever. Don't look at each other at all. But most, I'm not saying most, some of us are addicted to, mediocrity. Hey, chalta yaar, same, chalta boss, I'll come in the morning, I'll do my work, come at night, do my work, go home, sleep, next day morning come, adjust Madi, adjust Madi, that advertisement you saw. Most of us are in some way, we get into the comfort zone, we're addicted to mediocrity. And my challenge to all of us, and the only reason I'm putting this challenge to you, is because I truly believe that each of you can. You really can. Because I personally was involved, Sam Jacob was involved, a lot of our team leads here were involved in hiring each and every one of you. And we know that you can, you truly can. And that is why we say we can change our course for something better. It also means that we avoid the pitfalls or the problems of the old course, correct? That's why we change it to a new course. And we take on a new road. Now this is the important part I want to leave as a challenge with you. We take on a new road that is less traveled. A new road that is less traveled. And I asked this question yesterday. How many of you know Robert Frost's poem? Now, those who were there in the morning can't answer this. Yeah, please. Miles to go before I sleep. You heard of this poem somewhere? The woods are dark, lonely and deep. but I have promises to keep, but miles to go before I sleep, miles to go. That's a very good one, but that's really not the part of the poem I'm going to highlight right now. The part of the poem I really like is this one. Two roads diverged on a wood, and I took the one that was less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Two roads diverged on a wood, but I took the path that was less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I want to challenge each and every one here today, right from whatever NOCs we belong in this room, whatever background, whatever years of experience we have. I want to challenge everyone in this room, take the road less traveled. The vision I have for each and every one of you standing there, sitting here, is that we as a team do something so hatke that not only we are different in ITS, but we are different in whole of Deloitte. When people see the Global Command Center or the DNOC, this room, they should say, oh, those guys are elite. Those guys are up here. They are not this aware, communicate, escalate kind of people. They are not the call center. But they do something so superior. They are the NASA of Deloitte. I want us to travel that less traveled road so that our pride, your pride, the family pride that we have really increases in what we do every single day of our life. We have something to be proud of when we go back home. I rebooted a server is not the point we're talking about. Because I brought back that application, 10,000 consulting people were able to do their work. That is the pride. Not the question of rebooting a server or right clicking and doing something. No. Bringing up a service. You should understand that, I should understand that what we do is critical to the Deloitte US firm. Audit, tax, consulting, AERS, FAS, all those guys are making money because you brought the application back up. You brought the Exchange server back up. You brought the server back up. And that is the pride that you and I should have when we go home each day. Not just about just doing our regular work. And that's the road less traveled. Very quickly. So what will be our strategy? What will be our roadmap? How can we change our course and go into the road less traveled? And I want your attention for just for about 10 minutes because I want to run through this. Very simple, easy for us to remember and recollect. Right? I'm going to keep it at that. Number one, our strategy to change our course is to deal with people. And deal with people and their real-time issues, their real-time requirements, their needs, their aspiration, their ambitions, what they want to do in life. One thing we as DNOC leadership, we as GNOC leadership, as GCC leadership want to help you accomplish. People, what do we want to do with people? Number one, we think is in terms of the talent survey. I'm sure you filled up the talent survey in November. Did you fill up the talent survey? The Pulse survey came out. We are analyzing the result. In fact, today morning, about 2.5 hours, I was sitting with someone, with HR people and someone else in analyzing the talent and Pulse survey results. And based on what results and feedback you have given, we want to come up with concrete action plans to change things for us, to make things better for us. In terms of rewards and recognition, I think we are doing okay on that. I think we can increase our rewards and recognition to each of our people. I mean, one of the things they've done is increase of the night shift allowance and things like that we'll be rolling out as we go along. But I'm just giving you a little preview or the trailer to this. Enhanced engagement. Well, what do I mean by this enhanced engagement? What few of our leaders have said, listen to this very carefully. What is the value that the US-India team, when I say US-India, I mean everybody in this room. What is the value that they are bringing to the US firm or the global firm? 30% of the firm resides, CTO organization resides in India. But are they adding at least 30% value to the firm? Are they fixing issues? Are they doing things proactively? That is the question they're asking us. So one of the things is we want to empower people to be engaged more. To be engaged with the US colleagues more, with Kenya colleagues more, Nigeria people more, or whatever more, right? So that they know that this phone call or this issue was fixed by someone from US-India offices, all right? Mera Bharat Mahan, all right? Somebody from US-India offices, so that they know that we are engaged, we are truly working, really hard on. And let's build leadership pipeline. My pet peeve in terms of building a leadership pipeline is to ensure that not only a few bunch of people are up there, but every one of us is a leader. You know, I've been personally trained by the John Maxwell School of Leadership in a program called Equip. And there I'm strongly convinced in my mind that every one of us, irrespective of title or designation, is a leader. Example, you lead your family, isn't that correct? You lead your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know what, but you lead them in some way or the other. You influence them. And John Maxwell's definition of leadership is influence. Salman Khan's movie, I didn't give this example yesterday. Salman Khan's, let me put it this way, bakwas movie called Bodyguard. In the first 3 days of the release of the show, of the movie, overtook even Amir Khan's Gajni, which was an all-time blockbuster hit. In 3 days, Bodyguard did that. You know why it did that? Because of publicity and all of that. But here's the interesting part. After 3 days, the theaters were empty. Did you know that? Actually, you can Google the story. After 3 days, the theaters were empty. Because the movie did not have a storyline. The movie did not have anything interesting. So what happened after people saw the movie, the first 3 days, jo bhi bakre the na, whoever saw the movie, started telling by word of mouth to their colleagues, to their friends, "Arey Bodyguard jana kya? Arey bakkas movie, arey bhai majja. Don't go for Bodyguard, bekar, good for nothing movie." What are you doing there?
Influencing.
You are influencing. You are influencing somebody else to take a decision not to go for that movie. I can tell you right now, if you can influence one more person in this very room to follow a common goal that we have here, you are a leader. That's all. Irrespective of title and designation. And as you keep increasing your influence from 1 person to 2 persons, 2 persons, 3 persons, for the good, by the way, there are a lot of people who do influence for the bad things. Arey bekar hai re bhai, kya baat karta, mere ko samajh mein nahi aata. What is he talking about? You know, people are cynical. They complain. They try to pull you down. Indian crab mentality. They pull you down. That is not a leader. Huh? That is a damager, not a manager. He's a damager. All right. But a good leader is influencing people for a common goal, for the good of the firm, good of each other. All right. I truly believe we need to build leadership pipeline. Very quickly, the next one. I think we're going to concentrate on processes. And the reason I believe so strongly in processes is because you and I have only 9 hours of the day to give the firm. Correct? 9 hours of the day to give the firm. Meaning, 9 into 5 hours a week, 45 hours. If you give the firm, that's more than enough. But assume a situation where you are not present, you are sick or something happens, and on a shift there's somebody else and they need some help which only you know in your head. Other person doesn't know anything because you didn't do the knowledge transfer, you did not train somebody else, and only you know how to solve the problem, but you are sick or you are in your marriage vacation or you are partying or honeymooning somewhere else. That is where process comes into your rescue. If you can just tell that guy, boss, go to this particular SharePoint site, follow the 7 bullet points. If you can read normal English, which you learnt in 4th class, 4th standard, 4th grade, if you can follow these 7 bullet points, you will be able to bring back the router or bring back the server or the application. The process will help you survive, and not just survive, but thrive in this firm. I truly believe process is so important to the DNOC because when an alert comes, your time starts ticking. Because people can't work in consulting or AERS, fast tags or enabling areas. An alert comes, server is down, or application is down, router is down, practice office is down, immediately your time is ticking. So you need to immediately find out how to bring it up, where to find information, all of those things that you need to do. And that is where process comes in. And this year's focus, I want to do a few things. Review process, standardize process, tweak processes, make it simple. I believe in simple processes. 7 bullet point processes as opposed to 15-page documents. Engineering, architecture, pura theek hai yaar, boss, bolo kaisa server ko wapas lane ka hai, bolo. Just tell me how to bring back the application, how to bring back that practice office. Just tell me that much. 7 bullet points, tell me that much, I'll do it. That's what I'm looking at. The next thing we want to concentrate on is progress. When I say progress, I mean progressive growth of each and every one of you. And I'm going to, on this note, actually take you to my role, how I've defined my own role. I mean, Jerome has sent out an email with defining my scope of work. I would call that my scope of work, or the areas I need to sort of influence. But I sort of defined my role a little differently, which I'll come to right after this. In terms of progress, I mean your progress, my progress. How can we grow in Deloitte as a firm? How can we grow in DNOC, GNOC, BNOC, Canada NOC, GCC, Global Command Center as a firm? And that is going to be our focus as leaders in this room for each and every one of you. That's our dream for each and every one of you. And this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be mapping real career path and growth for you from a managerial perspective and from a technical perspective. Some of you are saying, you know what, Sam, I want to just grow in the technical field. Yeah, managerial to dimag kharab hai, it's headache. You know, I want to grow only in the technical field. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. In fact, we will encourage you to do your CCNA, CCNP, CCIE, or whatever technical path you want to grow in. Some of you are saying, you know what, I want to be a techno manager, meaning I want to do technical, but also like talking to people, influencing people, you know, getting people together in a room and organizing things and scheduling and, you know, motivating them. I want to get into a managerial role. Such people ke liye will have a managerial track going parallelly. In terms of second growth we want to concentrate on is growth by learning. जो आदमी पढ़ना बंद किया समझो मर गया. Stop. The guy who stops or the girl who stops learning is almost dead. You're outdated. You know, my son, who's like one and a half year old, he can go through all the menus of the iPhone, go back, front, stop. He knows my password unlock for my iPhone. You know, it's a very simple number. I mean, but he knows my password unlock number. He will go correctly to YouTube and his Mr. Bean and all those, you know, cartoon characters, things and all. Correctly he'll go, watch, scroll up, stop, play, rewind, everything. 1.5 year old. Probably if I was 1.5 year old, many years ago, I would not have been able to do that. What am I trying to tell you? The world is changing very fast. Technology is changing very fast. If you and I don't update ourselves, samjho mar gaya, we are outdated. Our children will laugh at us. Papa, aap ye kaam kar rahe ho, ye to main bhi kar sakta. I can also do this work. Dad, you are doing the simple work. That too, you go to Deloitte office and you do the simple work. I can also do it sitting at home. So I want to encourage you to learn all the time. Keep learning and growing. Keep learning and growing. Very quickly. Lastly is growth by influence. And what do I mean by this growth by influence? I truly mean growth by influence to become the Tom Pritchards of the world, the Jerry Thomases of the world. I don't know what examples I give you in the Seth Cohens of the world, right? I want you to be the subject matter experts. Meaning, if that guy said it, we will all do it. Technically, from a network perspective, if say Amit, Anurag, you say something, that is it. No questions asked. Why? Because he is the expert in network in this room. I want you to make a brand name for yourself and influence others via technically growing in that field, whatever you have chosen for yourself. Technically growing in that field. Especially all the contractors who are hired, who are here. I mean, I want to encourage you to welcome you into Deloitte someday. I really want to get you full-time payroll into Deloitte. But I want you to influence us technically. I want you to say, boss, what you're doing is wrong. This is the way it has to be done. And I want to hire you guys, definitely, full-time employees, not just that. So I want you to grow technically as well. And then we get, move into a higher level of influence, which is nothing but leadership. And this is technical leadership, right? So it's the SME. And the last one is performance review. And I want to sort of leave this for now because this is more of what I'm calling a dashboard. How do we know we are growing? How do we know we have changed our course into the road less traveled? This is, goes with the management jargon that what you can't measure, you can't manage. What you can't measure, you can't manage. So you need to measure how many issues escalated out of the DNOC. You need to know how many issues fixed in the DNOC or GNOC so that you can highlight those achievements. Boss, I always love to give this example, and Sam Jacob is from Mumbai. You remember the Mumbai bomb blast that happened? The Taj ka bomb blast, Taj West. I forget the name of the police commissioner at that time. Sammy, you remember by any chance? Hemant Karkare. Okay. Now the media people asked him, see, you people are good for nothing, you police fellows. See the bomb blast, so many people died, blah, 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 and all that. Hemant Karkare gave a very, very interesting answer, which I really love. He said, 45 days ago, the Mumbai police caught 4 terrorists. 30 days ago, the Mumbai police caught 1 terrorist with 20 grenades. 15 days ago, the Mumbai police caught an assignment of 20 AK-47s with a ship cargo coming with 10 terrorists. Today, there was a bomb blast and something happened, you are blaming us. But what about the 5 other incidents which we stopped, which we prevented? You are not praising us for those 5 other incidents which we prevented, but you are blaming us for one incident which caused the whole issue. I want to highlight the DNOC or GNOC or GCC NOC ka, all the preventive issues that we have already done. Issues that were fixed inside the room. Let's highlight it. Issues that were not fixed inside the room, let's give training, access or authority and make those issues to be fixed in the room. What we can't measure, we cannot manage. And that goes with my performance review, right? So we measure and we manage. So what is my role in this whole thing? Where do I come in? And just so that you understand, just a quick analogy. You know, all of us are planted into the DNOC. So I want to call that a plantation. Each of you are planted into the DNOC. You have little seeds. Alright? Nothing but new hires in Deloitte. Alright? Next, over a period of time, seeds start to germinate. You get comfortable with the technology. You try to understand, you know, Naji has a good new hire orientation program. You try to understand things. You start to grow. The seed comes out. Next, the plants are watered. Water is nothing but you're given tools for the plant to grow. Correct? Pani, you need tools for the plant to grow. Few things, nutrition, trainings. You're given trainings to grow and enhance your skills. Next thing, your trees are pruned, polished and refined. Meaning some parts are cut off. Meaning you're polished and refined. You know, I was talking about the emotional intelligence training. You know, it polishes you. It makes you a complete person, right? It polishes and refines you. And lastly, you become a massive oak tree, like a subject matter expert. You are the guru of all gurus in technology. If Seth says it, it is right. If Eric Clay says it, it is right. If Tom Pritchard says it is right. In the same way, in India, you put your name to it. If you say it, it's right. My role in all of this, and you laugh right now if I say this, is a gardener. And my job is to ensure each of those 4 areas, you are watered, you are fed, you are nourished, you grow to be SMEs in this room. I'm not kidding. I really, really mean this when I say this. You know, I truly believe it with all my heart that probably I am the one who will be least working in all of those teams that are there under, you know, working with me. But I truly believe my job is that of a gardener. Ensure you have the tools. Ensure you have the training. Ensure you have a career path. Ensure you have a vision. You have something to grow. Ensure the statistics are captured. Ensure that, okay, if the statistics are not correct, how can we do preventive measures so that it doesn't, you know, repeat again. So my role is take you from here to make you a subject matter expert, SME, a guru of all gurus. I put a list of names here: a pruner, encourager, caretaker, steward, servant leader, vision, roadmap provider, all of that. But I think centrally, it's a new word. You will not find it in any MBA book. I can guarantee you that, because you'll find servant leadership in MBA books. But my role is gardener leadership. What's it called in Telugu? Totamali. Hindi mein kya bolte? Mali. I am Mali. I'm the Totamali of this place. And I truly mean it. I mean it in a good way, in a sense of the leadership way. So how will we execute? I'm going to skip all of these slides, but I'll give you one example. The P portion of it, right? 4 P's. What are the 4 P's, by the way? People, process, progress, progressive growth, and last one is? Okay, a little bit more energy. Everybody say this. People, process, progress, and performance. Alright? In each of these 4 things, how will we drill down? Or I'm going to give you a leadership 101. If you go to any MBA college and if you are learning from MBA strategy professor, he will talk to you like this. Okay, by the way, don't do it when I'm just exaggerating. So people, so this is our strategy area. Uske niche, what are the focus areas? People may we are saying, let's decode the talent survey, pulse survey. And then from that talent survey, pulse survey, whatever you have written, we'll come up with projects or initiatives to mitigate that problem or the issue that you have written in the talent survey or pulse survey, correct? And then we will come up with metrics and say that, okay, fine, if R&R was an issue, how can we bring about a robust system? 50% of all FTE to receive R&R. By the way, this is just an illustrative example. This is not the real thing because I want to talk to each and every one of you, understand from different think tanks. We're going to be forming think tanks where teams will form together and give us ideas on how to execute this strategy. Alright, so this is just an example slide. I repeat, this is just an example slide. Things like this. From left to right, if you go in this order, you will understand how we can execute the people strategy. Same thing with process. Same thing with the process strategy. Same thing. What are we going to do? Review process, top process, at least 25% of process reviewed, blah, blah, blah. If you go from left to right. Same thing with progress, career growth, growth by learning, growth by influence, technical influence, right? So all of this, left to right. We're going to do this, make you a guru, at least have many technical clubs, we can form in terms of making that. And that's how we're going to be sort of executing it. No strategy is complete without a timeline or a definite date. One of my pet peeves, I normally say this. Bill Clinton kab aaya Hyderabad ko? Arey parso hi aaya bhai. Arey he came 7 years ago, but for a Hyderabadi. How many of you are Hyderabadis? I'm pure Hyderabadi. Have you ever talked to a Hyderabadi? His sense of time is Bill Clinton kab aaya? Parso hi aaya bhai. Parso hi aaya. He came 8 years ago, boss. You talk, when did Bill Gates come to India? Arey parso tarso hi bhai. It's like that. And another funny thing, of course, this is off the topic. You ask anybody in Hyderabad how to go to Deloitte office. Seedha jaake right le lo, right. And he's showing his left hand. Seedha jaake. Very common you'll find. Coming back to the point. Most of us Indians have no conscience of time. I'll give you the report tomorrow. I will fix the issue. Eventually, we will fix the issue. I'm working on it. All these are indefinite numbers. If I call you for dinner, say, boss, you come to my house for dinner. If I don't tell you the time, you can come at any time, na? Anytime, 6 o'clock you can come, 7 o'clock you can come, 8 o'clock you can come, 9 o'clock you can come, because dinner. But if I tell you a definite time, please come for dinner at 8:30 p.m., that puts a target in your mind, a goal in your mind. Okay, Sam has called me at 8:30 p.m. Maybe his wife has cooked hot food at 8 o'clock so that when I show up at 8:30, it will be hot. Instead of saying, come anytime and all, because she might have cooked at 6 o'clock and you come at 9 o'clock, the food is cold, right? So time gives you a goal. A time gives you a goal. So one of my pet peeves is, most of us don't have any time, sense of time. I'll give you the report tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll fix the issue tomorrow. If you want to change our course and take a road less traveled, give a definite date and time to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So one of the things we want to be doing is put a timeline to every one of those 4 P's and achieve over the course of this. In fact, my timeline is not for executing the whole 9 yards because this is a massive project. But my timeline for coming up with a plan and starting to implement it. I repeat that, coming up with a plan and timelines and starting to implement it is March 30th, 2012. Not 2013, 14 and all. March 30th is a Friday. By 5-6 p.m. end of day, we will finish this whole project of coming up with what we want to do here at a detailed level. And then each of you will help me in executing this. You'll be part of the think tank in terms of, what the think tank. In fact, I'm going to be sending out application form. We finished the designing of the application form today. Very simple, basically, no rocket science in that. But we finished designing the application form. Tomorrow I will release the form. Whoever wants to volunteer to give your ideas and thoughts on the 4 P's. On the 4 P's, in any area of technology, how you can help us implement this, we will be more than happy to take your help. 2 roads diverged on a wood and I took the one less traveled, and that has made all the difference. All right, I want to leave you with that particular thought. I don't think I have any other slides other than to say, these people really took the road less traveled. All of these people, Steve Jobs, Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, this Jack Welch, the GE guy, he changed whole of General Electric, GE. He took the road less traveled. But I want to caution you, all this sounded very motivational, inspirational, correct? But I want to also give you the flip side. I'm a very balanced person. I love to be balanced, so I'm very fat. But I tell you one thing, the flip side is these course changes, people who took the road less traveled definitely were well rewarded. Because without them being well rewarded, even if they are dead and gone. But still we remember them today, correct? They were well rewarded, they were legendary, no doubt about it. They were well rewarded, they were great. Every reward was satisfying for them because they got freedom for India, right? They got freedom for South Africa. Steve Jobs, Apple, iPhone, the whole 9 yards, right? Very well rewarded. Made them legendary, absolutely legendary, alright? But this is the point I want you to read. This is where I want to balance it out. This is where the hunky-dory, lovely, motivational stuff, all the blah blah blah, passionate stuff goes away. 9 out of 10 people fall flat, don't achieve their goals because of the next 3 bullet points I'm going to show you. 4 bullet points I'm going to show you. But I don't want you and I to be in that category of seeing those 4 bullet points and falling down by the wayside and on the road and not accomplishing our goals. Right? Here's the one. They had to go through failure and many times rejection. They had to go through criticism and cynicism. Arey, kya karta hai bhai, bekar hai bhai, ye pura. They will make all these plans and all, but nothing will work, yaar. Chhod de yaar, Cynicism and criticism. Arey, who is he to tell me all this? I know what my job is. Who is he to? Criticism. They had to go through false allegations. False allegation. He's concentrating only on other things. He doesn't do normal work. He does only other firm activity. He will do all this. False allegations. Nobody knows behind the scenes you slogged it out for 18 hours. But they will talk. False allegations. They had to put in a whole lot of hard work. Nothing in life is easy. And people who deal in finance, stock broking or whatever, I can tell you, if somebody tells you, I'll give you immediately, you put money today, I will double it to you in 2 years. Don't give him the money. Because per current interest rate, your money doubles only in, I think, 8 years, 7.5, 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. Earlier it was 5 years. So if somebody gives you a shortcut to success, don't believe him. Don't believe him. Don't give your money and waste your money on that guy who says, I'll give you double your money in 20 days. Don't give him. Hard work only will succeed. Period. Only hard work will succeed. Hard work will succeed. Even for a simple AHM, I normally spend a good 24 hours. In fact, I'm ruminating all throughout. I can show you my iPhone where I record notes to myself when I'm driving. These are the words I should say. These are the bullet points I should put in the AHM slides. I keep recording on my voice notes when I'm driving also. It's a whole lot of hard work. It's a whole lot of back-end work. It's a whole lot of unseen work that goes on to bring any simple thing going. So I want to encourage you. Look at these points and get discouraged. Don't fall by the wayside. Let us accomplish everything that we've set out to accomplish. And yes, we can, definitely. Because truly, we would have gone through about 300 to 200 resumes before any one of you was selected. I can guarantee you that. And yes, every one of you has the potential to grow, become technical experts. Every one of you has that ability. Alright, yes, you can. I'm going to jump this. And this is the last part I want to deal with, just to encourage us. Some of you know this very well. This is a creed or a poem. Like, Jana Gana Mana is our national anthem. Vande Mataram is our creed, right? Rabindranath Tagore wrote that. It's just to unify all of us, give us a common purpose and a goal. And this is one of the things I wrote for myself when I was very low in my life, in my career, not because of a job issue or anything, but generally I was very low. And one of the things, normally God doesn't send his angel above and come to your room with white light and, beta, upar uth ja. It doesn't happen, okay? I mean, normally it doesn't happen, alright? many a times you have to self-motivate yourself. Self-motivate yourself. And I think truly that truly makes you a stronger person inside, right? Makes you a very stronger person. This is one of the things I wrote personally, which really helped me, self-motivate, grow, give me a focused vision in life, to go ahead irrespective of what people say, allegations are made, whatever happens in life. And I want to leave that as our creed, that it will motivate each and every one of us in this room not to fall by the wayside because of those 4 other bullet points I said: hard work, allegation, cynicism, criticism, false thing and all that. So may I request you at this time, very simply, I know it's very late, the pizza is getting cold. Can I request you at this time just to stand up together and we can all read this poem or whatever creed you call it. And can you come closer because you can see the screen very carefully. And say it like you mean it, alright? Say it like you mean it. And I leave the deck with Naji. So if you think the creed is worth it, I want you to say it. And say it real loud, alright? Here we go. Today, I'm stepping across the line. I'm tired of waffling. I've finished with wavering. I've made my choice. The verdict is in. My decision is irrevocable. I'm moving from good to great. Alright, little more volume. We can shout a little louder when you speak this out. Alright, next, then I have a goal I work towards each day in office. I refuse to get into the comfort zone or be a master of generating petty excuses. I will always strive to move onwards, forwards, and upwards. Towards that end, I refuse to waste any more time or energy on shallow living, petty thinking, trivial talking, thoughtless doing, useless regretting, hurtful resenting, or fearful worrying. I won't be manipulated by critics, motivated by praise, frustrated by problems, given to temptation, or be intimidated by those around me. When times get tough and I get tired, I won't back up, back off, back down, backslide, or back out. I will be gracious to everyone, grateful for every day, and generous with everything. My vision is clear, my goals are laid, and my path is steady. And loudly, everybody, anytime, anywhere, any way, any day, however, whenever, wherever, whatever it takes, I'm moving from good to great. Thank you so much. I'll see you again at the next AHM. Please do stay back and have some pizzas, and we're done. Before you go, do you have any questions? Please sit down 1 minute. Do you have any questions, Q&A, doubts, clarifications that I can help you out with? Anything that you heard, rumors, you need any questions answered, or you need any help from all of us in the leadership team, Sam, Jacob, myself, and Naji's here, all of us. Any help you need from your side, any practical issues you're facing in doing your job better, now is a very good time to say it, And whatever we can help, we'll surely help. Or if I can't help, I'll find you somebody who can help. Or if I can't really help out, you want a BMW to pick you up every day from home, I will be very happy to say no. So I'll tell you straight if I can. If I'll tell you straight if I can't, I'll be very straightforward and not beat around the bush. Any questions?
Are we going to have action plan to increase more dependability on DNOC from the user front or from the technology people who support us, like support and from the program developers? They should be more dependable on DNOC rather than now they are.
Absolutely. In fact, we are working on an action plan. We are taking baby steps. One of the steps, in fact, we took today itself. Just today, Sam, Jacob, and I, and Anil, Naji had a long meeting inside. We're taking small steps, but very effective steps. So it will definitely make us more dependable. Number one. Number two is, you win trust over time. So if I tell you I'm going to give you this, and tomorrow I don't give you this, you'll say, "Arey Sam, jhoot bolta hai yaar." I mean, deta bolta, fir nahi deta. Or if I tell you I'll give you this tomorrow at 9 a.m. and I give you only day after tomorrow at 10 a.m., you'll say, "Arey, thoda dhila aadmi hai yaar." I mean, aata, karta, nahi karta, nahi malum, Trust you build when you say what you will do it, period, no matter what. So the US colleagues have to see us at that level of dependability. For you, the world, 48 countries, have to see you at that level of dependability before they can actually, start to give you more work. And we are working towards that in terms of our process improvement database, the IDR documents building, updating everything we need from a knowledge transfer perspective so that each and every one of you is empowered. Remember the water, the tools and nutrition, everything, every one of you is empowered to quickly fix issues, to quickly gather information, do the triage, go ahead and fix the issue very fast. So yes, we are working towards that in small baby steps.
That is what will take us to the level where it says elite group you said.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very confident all of us can achieve it. I'm 101% confident. No doubt about it. And 30 days we can do it. I'm telling you, 30 days. You had a question.
Same certification reimbursement.
So the short answer is yes. Subject to the stars will be there, no? The subject to, now listen to the stars. Now is a good time to talk to Nikhil. You know Nikhil, right? Nikhil is our learning and development Spock. I forgot what is Spock. Single point of contact, yeah. So single point of contact for learning and development. What Nikhil does, and he does it very cleverly and nicely, Nikhil coolly puts the budget on the Region 10 HR learning and development team. So now they are working out the budgets for next year. So now is a good time. Tomorrow or send him an email saying that I need to do this certification. Can you thopify to put the topi to L&D team on this budget? They will do it. DNOC or the leadership here, we are empowered to take care of all the travel expenses that you have. Suppose your training is in Bangalore, right? We will take care of the travel expense, not for 30 days and all. Maybe 1 or 2 days, seminar, you're going there, we can empower that. Smaller expenses we can surely take care. I mean, as long as it's not running into thousands and thousands of rupees, 10,000 ke niche, $10,000, $200, no problem. We can work something out, no problem at all.
Which type of certification?
Yeah.
Cisco.
I'm sorry?
Cisco, it's DP, IP, IP.
Okay.
Because we, about CCI lab, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult, but I can tell you this much. From a long-term perspective, if you are very confident that you're going to invest your life in the firm, I mean, you're going to, not life meaning till you are, 58 years. If you're going to invest your time, you're a long-term player in Deloitte, we can work something out. We can definitely work out something. I'm not promising yet because I'm not the only authority in authorizing anything. So it's a consensus. I need to talk to a few other people. But in short, I can tell you yes. In fact, I'll talk to Jerome also about it when he comes in April. But yeah, we definitely want to ensure each of you are certified, learned, trained and all that. On a separate note, I can tell you everything I do in terms of all my creative arts, videos or dramas or anything I've done, I've gone to this very important school that you should all go to. It's the top of the line university and extremely well regarded. It's called www.youtube.com. I swear, I'm not kidding. Anything I have seen videos on CCIE labs. I have seen videos on the whole line. Every of my education has happened on YouTube. After my engineering college, whatever I've done it on YouTube. I can guarantee you that. Yesterday I was telling Sam about photography. Everything is on YouTube. So yes, certifications are important. We will reimburse those costs. Right now PMP is a straight hit, no problem. ITIL foundation course, straight hit, no problem. Go ahead and do it. We will reimburse, period. But you should pass the exam, by the way. All right. But other courses, we will reimburse subject if you talk to Nikhil immediately and get it uploaded to the Region 10 HR L&D budget, or us, we will reimburse to a certain, it can't be obviously a very large amount, but whatever we can, we will surely help out, no doubt about it. See, typically GNOC is US firm employee. You have US HYD email IDs as well. So in terms of the policy procedure, HR, in terms of year-end appraisal, in terms of all of those things, we are just one firm. We are one team. Yes, you belong to the OIM. You have a different OIM leadership. So you may want to touch base with Rajneesh, Vijay Banda and Darren Perks and work that piece out. But yes, you are totally eligible to attend all the L&D calendar emails that come out. I hope you're getting that. Behavioral learning, this, that, anything you see on L&D calendar, you are a US firm employee working for OIM, right? So So you can click your full access into all of those systems and you can make advantage of that.
Access to certain applications.
We are working on that, definitely. In fact, over the next few days, I think Naji will take your help and a lot of other people's help in making a simple Excel sheet, all the applications on one side, what you have access to, what you don't have access to, what you have access but no authority to make the change. People said, well, you have access but wake me up. I will only tell you what you should do. So that column we will make and we will slowly fix it. We will talk to the US and say, boss, this guy is trained, he has the knowledge. Why don't you let him just go ahead and right click and reboot the server or restart the service? Why should we wait for you to come and fail over a database? We can only do it. So that's the second column we are going to be doing. And the third column is where we are not given adequate knowledge transfer. So access is there, authority is there, but no knowledge. Why? Because maybe you are a new hire to the firm. You just were hired, you are 3 days old in the firm, you don't know yet what to do, right? So those kind of things. So slowly the entire Excel sheet should be tick, 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 tick. Then we can get into that level, fully dependable on DNOC. If the ticket comes inside this room, it's not getting escalated to anybody. We are not waking up anybody. We are not calling Tom Pritchard or whoever, the names, Dwayne Sieber or Eric Clay, or I forget all the names, Mike Adams, yeah, Jerry Thomas and all. So that's our eventual plan, which we will achieve. I'm sure, I'm very confident each of you can achieve in less than 60 days, But put your heart and soul to it. Okay, don't give up. Put your heart and soul to it and be good. Any other questions? Pizza is getting cold, so one last question. Should actually come from a girl. Girls haven't asked any question. Kishore has a question. No.
Can we directly come to you if we have anything in your mind related to 4Ps?
4Ps? Related to 4Ps, see again, it's a very good question. What I would request you is normally, because I truly believe in another concept which I earlier talked to you about, leadership, correct? So I want to build a leadership pipeline. So if you have anything to say, you come to me 100%, come with Rajneesh or come to me informing Rajneesh that I'm going to go to Sam. So that way, or tell Vijay Banda, Rajneesh that, I need Sam's help for one of the 4Ps, so I'm going to go out to him. Hope it's okay with you, that kind of a deal. So because anyway, I will circle the loop because I need to keep Vijay Banda informed. I need to keep Rajneesh informed, Darren Perks informed. And, you have a unique identity as an OIM team, which I don't want to intervene in and spoil that whole beautiful relationship that we have. So I would request you to go through Vijay Banda, Rajneesh, Darren Perks, and let them know that you're coming to me for certain things, or bring them to, we'll all talk together, send a meeting invite to the three of us. We'll all sit in this room, sort the problem and close the chapter. So that will be, very easy for you, for me, for everybody. So it will be very good. Pizzas are getting cold. Alright, thank you so much. And please do one other thing. Please do inform your other colleagues, about the all hands meet once in a month. Normally, from my earlier tenure, you can see all the slides here, but I take it religiously. It's like for me, it's like, some of you go to temples every Sunday, Saturday. I go to church on Sunday morning. It's like a ritual for me. I have to meet the whole team once in a month. So irrespective of what people say or cynicism or whatever, I will definitely have an all hands meet once in a month. So I want to sort of encourage all of you to physically be here wherever possible so that you can hear straight from me and not hear a third party rumors, and tell what they heard from Sam, Rufus or whatever. So it will be very good so that you get the passion, you get the fire, and we are all together motivated to do a common goal, what we've talked about. So just talk about this little thing and it will surely help all of us. Thank you so much. Enjoy your pizza and good night. Actually, good morning. Thank you.